Hey guys, this is Victor with Alarm CPA, and I hope you guys are doing phenomenal these days. Today we're gonna be talking about how Bitcoin actually smashes inflation. But before we do that, let's do two things. Number one, let's jab to like, and let's throw another jab to subscribe. Okay, let's just do that real quick. Two jabs. One like, two subscribe. You've done that already? Awesome. So guys, if you remember in the last video, we spoke about what are some of the best assets that actually can beat inflation. And guess what? See the description below here so you can see and revisit that video where we have very good information about what are some of the assets that actually can beat inflation. In today's video, actually, I want to talk to you about, how Bitcoin actually is smashing inflation. Guys, this is crazy. We know that in 2021, the inflation rate actually hit 7%. This is the highest that it's ever been since 1982, 7%. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how crazy this thing is, okay? So 30% of the pie, right? 30% of the increase in prices, right? Has been attributed to energy. So picture this. Everything that we buy, everything that we consume actually needs to be transported, most of it, unless it's digital goods, right? But for the most part, everything we consume has to be transported. So if energy needs to be actually, invested in order for things to be transported, that means that shipping rates and transportation costs are actually 30% higher in the last couple of years. So that means that everything that you buy has a cost basis that is greater. So actually you're paying more for it, right? So 30% of it is actually energy. And energy could be power, and also it could be gasoline, or it could be oil, right? And 6% of the inflation actually is related to food. So your food is actually 6% more expensive in average than a couple of years ago, right? So if you earn minimum wage, this is very hard times. So if that's your case, you probably need to, find new skills for you to get more competitive in the marketplace. This is actually something that you have to do. Well, today we're gonna be talking about 3 reasons why Bitcoin is actually beating inflation. Number one, guys, Bitcoin is actually not tied to any currency or to any economy. So similar to gold, like gold, right? Which in the other video, we discussed that basically is a commodity. So Bitcoin actually is not tied to any currency or to any economy. Also, Bitcoin is not controlled by a small group of companies. Rather, it is an international global asset class with global demand. Number 2, guys, Bitcoin has limited supply. That is right, guys. This is very unique. Unlike the US dollar that the government can actually print as much money as it needs, Bitcoin only has 21 million coins. And out of the 21 million coins, 19 million have already been mined, which means that it has limited amount of supply. There cannot be more Bitcoin created, only 21 million. Okay, so the supply of it is actually limited. Now, if you really think about it, that means that the ups and downs of the price of Bitcoin is driven by its demand. So it's a demand-driven asset. And as I said before, in contrast to the US, right, or the European Union, which in this case is actually the government can basically limit or manipulate the money supply by the increase or decrease of the interest rates by buying and selling government bonds. And this has an end result of inflation or deflation. In this case, as we've seen here in the last year, 7% increase. As we have seen here in the last year, it has caused a 7% increase in inflation, which is crazy. Number 3, guys, it is actually very easy to store Bitcoin and also to transfer it. It is very easy, right? And this is like gold, it's very secure and it's also scarce. So like gold, guys. So basically, if you see Bitcoin as a commodity, right? And you compare it to gold, you can transact with it. You can store value with it. If you really think about it, it's scarce and it's also secure. Why is that? Because Bitcoin is actually software, guys. It's software, that's what it is, and it's productivity. It's a productivity-based software. And as I said before, it only has 21 million coins, of which most of it already has been mined. So you can actually store it in your wallet as well as you can transfer it. And you can also hold value. If you follow the news a little bit, guys, Bitcoin has been a great solution for hyperinflation and for political turmoil. Okay, so we've seen this in some places in the Middle East as well as in Latin America. Now, the question is, should you be buying Bitcoin now? So the answer is the following. Bitcoin is not only a great hedge against inflation, right? It's a great hedge against inflation. It's just is, right? Like if you see this graph here, you can see that Bitcoin actually, its rate of growth has been greater than inflation. So it's a great hedge. Okay, so we know that. Now, on the other side, then you have to think, okay, is this gonna be a great asset class for the future? And the answer is out there to be seen, but odds are that the technology, it's going to give great prospects for this asset class to keep increasing in value. So basically, if you wanna combat inflation and also have growth prospects, Bitcoin can be a great alternative, guys. There you go, guys. So it depends on your investments appetites, right? And how you can combat inflation. Bitcoin is a great alternative. And if you have the stomach to sustain the volatility of it, right? The ups and downs. And it's a, rather new technology at the same time. And if you believe that it's got, great prospects for the future, which I do, then Bitcoin is a great alternative for you to invest. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for listening and watching this video. Always like, subscribe, and share, and see you on the next one.